on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Cream City Curveball. I'm your man, Justin, down here in North Carolina.
Pipe bomb in the good land.
Good land, great land, all that stuff, man. Best city on earth. I might be biased. Hey, man, I was listening to some national thing. I'm already throwing curveballs right off the rip. And he was talking about how Pete Rose always spiked the ball on the third out. This guy was calling in and said he wore number 14 because of Pete Rose, except the dummy. He spiked it on second on out two, and all the people on base ran home. I thought that was hilarious, man. Welcome in, everybody. We're here.
Oops.
We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time, a great time. It's about to get crazy. Let's spike that joint off right out to start the show off. No, we might need that later on. No. Hey, man. Before we get into this baseball stuff, we're going to give you a lot of baseball stuff. I just want to talk about something. Is it okay, Pipe, if I derail again?
Hell yeah.
So this is one thing that pisses me off, man. You see all the stuff behind me. I like to collect the knickknacks, the giveaways. So, you people that go to these stadiums and walk out with bags and bags and bags of this stuff, and you buy 32 tickets, and you go put it on eBay. I'm not mad at you selling it, because you know what? Some of this Brewer stuff you see up here, I bought from eBay. But can we not keep it respectable? I mean, selling this thing for $300? $300? How much you think this is worth for you, Pipe? What would you pay for this?
About $2.50.
Yeah, let's open it. Let's make it lose all its value. This is where podcast form now, right? Just so you know, I don't sell stuff. Show you what you're getting.
That's it, huh?
This $300. So my issue, Pipe, and we need to find a home for this somewhere. Oh, we put it right on top of the Mizorowski stuff. There we go. Look at that. We decorating with Skurlock Live. Only thing I'm missing is my pink shirt. So I get frustrated, Pipe, because I just feel like it's just ridiculous, man. Like, go to the game, get the giveaways. If you want to sell it for the price you paid for a ticket, I'm cool, give you the $25-$30, because if I was like, hey, Pipe, can you go to the Brewers game and get me this, I would expect to cover your ticket to get you into the joint. But these people selling them for $300, $400, $500. Like, what are we doing, man? Brewers Dice, they're like $600 online right now. What's your take on that stuff, man?
Man, it's supply and demand. I don't have a problem with it for the most part because I'm used to it. I'm not looking for Warbirds knickknacks per se, but I bought my share of concert tickets on a secondary market, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's outrageously expensive. But I don't know why you let that get you worked up. You know, you
I
got a
get mad.
you got a job, you got a handful of kids, you got grandkids, and you mad about that. So, hey man, that's good living then. I'll tell you.
These things, I don't know why I still have this. All this stuff, for those of you who don't follow Cream City
Never
Crossover.
heard of them.
Yeah, for those of you who don't follow Cream City Crossover, that's where you get a Bucks talk. We actually got a new Cream City Chalk Talk episode coming up. But anyways, I'm holding this up just to say, now I feel like Tim Allen, I'm doing show and tell. These things were going for $200-$300. You know what they're going for now on eBay?
12 cents.
A little bit more than that, about $11.48 more, about $12 though. So I'm just saying, man, you're right. Supply and demand, that stuff starts out amazingly. Everyone wants to bid on it and buy it, et cetera, et cetera. And then you get to the point and people are like, man, nobody's really paying $200 for this bullshit.
The funny thing is that, you better hope that whatever you're into, that your kid is into the exact same thing. Like, you better hope that at least one of your kids loves the Bucks, the Brewers, the Packers, everything Wisconsin. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen to all that stuff once they dig you into the dirt? They're going to bring a straight to the trash, a big ass dumpster, and just going to clear off the whole shelf. And that's the thing, man. The things that you loved and cherished, they're going to be sitting in the bottom of a dumpster.
No, that's a great story, man, and makes you rest in peace, my friend Carrie. I told you about her, the lady that sat next to me at the Packers bar forever, man. She's a lot like me, man. A lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff. And you know what her mom did? She had all of us come to the Packers bar where we watched the game and had us pick up some of the memorabilia. She had like Bucks stuff, she had Packers stuff, Badger stuff, and I got a couple things in the man cave just to remember the homie. But you're right, Pipe. Unless it's some, and my dog. I mean, I know my oldest Amber. She's like, man, pops, if any of that stuff hits, I'm gonna sell it. I don't know. The old lady, she'd probably just get it right to the junker. But luckily, Drew and JR, they love the Brewers, Bucks, Packers. The only thing that my grandson tells me is F the Blackhawks. So he's not going to share her Blackhawks stuff. So it's all good. But, you know, we got the Kadiak stuff, so he'll love it, man. Let's get to what we're here for. I threw the show off. Started off in the beginning. This is why I don't get to pay to do the radio stuff like you've done in your past, my friend, because I don't know how to keep everything on the rails. Let's get to this West Coast trip, Pipe. We're out here, out west, California living, San Diego, Los Angeles. How you feeling on the road trip right now where things are? I think we are one, two, three, four, five. 1-5. Pending game two is going on right now while we're recording this. So if you see our eyes glance left or right, just know hopefully it was something good for the Brewers. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, well, 1-4 right now. Game five, or no, 1-5. Three, we lost
This is, yeah,
three
one and
to San Diego.
this is game six. It's a 7 game trip. Game seven is
Right.
tomorrow. This is game six because remember we got 4 with the Dodgers, 3 with the Pod, 3 with the Stepdaddies.
Okay. Yeah, it's not good. RISP continues to be a problem. Defense is a problem. And the thing is that we actually had really good outings by our starting staff. May deserved a hell of a lot better in his outing. Gasser deserved better in his outing. So, we're getting some good individual performances, but we're not stacking the good hits and the timely hits when we need them. And that's the Brewers are, again, they've had a ton of chances. They're not getting blown out in these games. They're in them, and all that was which makes it even more frustrating for me. It hurts more to lose a 3-2, a 5-4, something like that game than it does a 18-1. Because by then, at the end of the fourth inning, you're like, well, what the hell. Let's go do something else. But
See if Gary
they're
Sanchez pitches.
hello. That was fun. I got a kick out of that. But yeah, it's been frustrating, man. And the thing is, this team is still what 27 up. So yeah, at the end of the day, the record's the record, and they're still the best team in baseball. But they're going through it now, and the bats just they're not there.
Yeah, we'll keep it with them bats for a second. I just want to kind of expand on that point you mentioned about the pitchers deserving. I agree with you. And again, the more Dustin May does this, the more wrong I am about it. And I'm happy to be wrong about it, right? Like, I
Of
still feel the
course.
way that I feel, but I'm happy to be wrong about it. I also thought Logie Henderson deserved better. And you could even make a little bit of an argument. It's going to sound crazy. Kyle Harrison deserved more. Because who knows if Hey Bay Bay, that's what I'm going to call the dude. Well, I don't know what his real name is, but Hey Bay Bay. If he catches that ball at second base, we are talking about something completely different potentially. Could have the game, and you know how it is. You've been watching baseball as long as I have. The game's on ebbs and flows, and it's on inches, centimeters, micrometers. Is that something? Or is it microliter? I think micrometers is one, right? CM on the other side of the joint, man. For the people who don't do math the correct way. Pipe bombs words, not mine, though. But I did want to let's stick to this batting for a second because let's look at these batting averages in the month of August. Wild Bill, William Contreras, and we know, don't kill us in the comments. You're gonna say, "Oh, we don't care about batting averages, or OPSs or whatever." William Contreras, 109. I don't care if you do OPS or whatever you want to slash with it. That's horrible. Garrett Mitchell, 111. Christian Yelich, 146. Luis Laura, 194. And David Hamilton, 216. That's a combined 30 for 200, 62 Ks, 10 RBIs, 2 homers, and 8 extra base hits. Proves your
Yeah,
point
that's
already.
awful. That's absolutely awful. The thing with Contreras, man, this has been going on for a long time. Um, there's something wrong there. We saw him go yard recently, which was nice. I think that was in today's game.
Hmm.
Uh, and so hopefully that the light is at the end of the tunnel with him. But he's hitting worse now than he was last year when he played with the broken thumb. And so it's like, oh man, is there something going on with him? And with Contreras, he's one of them dudes you would never know because he ain't gonna come out there and say, oh hey, I need to sit. He wants to play 162, and then every game in the playoffs, he would catch both ends of a doubleheader and then start a 10 a.m. game the next morning. So the dude's an absolute stud and a warrior, and so with him, it's tough, but it's hard to think because if he was able to hit better than this with a broken thumb, then what the hell's going on now? So, you hope these guys sit there and break out of it. It was great when Mitchell got hot. But as the numbers that you just read, type one has just he got put in the deep freezer and he cooled off. The only one who I really sit there and the numbers you read on David Hamilton, whatever. No, no one expects anything out of him except because come playoff time, what's he going to do? He's going to be riding a pine on the bench, and he'll just be brought in to either get a bunt down or steal you a base. That's it. So I don't really put a whole lot of any weight into his numbers right now. And then I give a pass on Laura because he just came up, and recently he's been here a little bit, but recently, and he's so damn young that he's got to get his sea legs underneath him, and get he'll get his numbers up, man. That kid, he's so exciting to watch. Between the catches that he makes out in the field, and he just plays with a gargantuan chip on his shoulder. I love it. It's exciting. I can't wait for him to find his stroke because once he starts hitting, man, I think his star power is just going straight to the moon. A lot of good things I foresee with him in the future. So, we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, real quick, and I mean, this is one of the things when we're recording this during the Brewers game. We normally don't do this, but we haven't come together with our congregation in a while, right, Father Pipe Bomb? So Milwaukee Brewers just got to win, so now we are two and
Four,
five.
2-4 with tomorrow pending.
Correct. I had the game right, the numbers wrong, all that good stuff. But no, yeah, you're right, man. These guys got to hit, man. We got to play better. We fast forward in this trip. Let's get off of these Padres because one thing I did want to mention, and when you're right, when Luis Laura Brink gets that stroke together, no pause, he'll hit one over that fence because we're still waiting on that major league first home run from him. Want to kind of spend a little bit of time on these Los Angeles Dodgers now. You mentioned it, the gas man, Robert Gasser, pitched a phenomenal game. I thought game one did not get the love that he deserved from the hitting. And more importantly, like everyone's going to throw this bullpen over the coals right now because they're giving up the hit that gives up the lead or the home run or whatever the case may be. But it's not always just that. These guys have to be so perfect that they have a little bit of smudge and the game is lost. And that shouldn't be like that with our Milwaukee Brewers, man. We got to score some runs to support this pitching staff, is my point.
Yeah, a good team. You sit there, and even within the season of the team itself is a roller coaster. And when the pitching staff is down, you want the bats to bring you up and lift you up to wins. And then when dudes are struggling at the plate, is when you need deep run starts from your starting staff to take you deep into the game, and then the bullpen to close the door. So you need one to lift you up when the other one is struggling. We have not seen that. The pitching hasn't been the problem all season long. And granted, if you look at it in totality, there's not a lot of problems because otherwise the Brewers wouldn't be 28 games over 500. If there was, it's a whole lot of Chicken Little radio. The sky is falling crap. Chicken Little living and fandom going on. And like I said, I am the last person to tell anybody how to fan, but I am imploring all of Brewers Nation, please do not turn into Buck's Twitter because Buck's Twitter is an absolute embarrassment.
Yeah,
Those people love to be miserable.
yeah,
They make the fan base look stupid, and
yeah.
they look stupid. Now, a lot of people who I used to think, were, pretty level headed and stuff like that are starting to sit there and turn the same way on this Brewers team as people have been for years and years now with the Bucks. Be better than that. It's a whole lot. It's very easy to bitch. Trust me, that's what I do. You know what I mean? Uh, but don't turn Brewer Nation into Bucks Twitter.
You know the funny thing, now you're coming into Dr. Pipebomb's office where he's always counseling me. And when I first started out with training the guys, I would get so frustrated because those clowns on Twitter and then the clowns in the comments. And not to disrespect anybody, but we had people that would come in and they would troll us. And Pipe would be like, hey, if you read the talk and text line when I was a producer on any given show, it would probably shock you from some of the stuff people say and stuff like that. So but at Cream City Curveball, Cream City Crossover, Cream City Chalk Talk, all of the Cream City Media Group, we really appreciate you for listening. We appreciate your comments and stuff like that. But there's certain people that are trolls, and those are the people we're kind of gearing this at, man. And Pipe's absolutely right, man. I mean, there's nothing the Bucks could ever do right on Bucks Twitter. There were even some clowns on Bucks Twitter that were saying, "Oh well, they only won that one because they just came back after COVID." Who gives a flying f? It's the first one ever in my lifetime. It could have been everybody and their mother lost their toes, lost their arms, lost their nuts, and I'm still not gonna care. If we got one, it's the same thing with the Brewers. Shohei Ohtani could step on a rake and break his balls off. And you know what? If it gives us a ring, hope your balls are better in off season, sir. I'm
Yeah,
really gonna get in trouble, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
I agree, man. It doesn't matter how you get it, with the exception of you can't count the COVID championship to Liach because that was totally bogus. When you give the old bastard a couple months off, a couple months break to find the fountain of youth and all that kind of crap. I don't give no credit for that title, but
And then
yeah,
he was
who
hooping at
cares?
like a YMCA and stuff like that, right? Where guys could leave and stuff like that. Makeshift fan. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let me get to this next joint for you. The last game. You got our ace of the staff, allegedly. Don't kill me in the comments again. Logan Henderson against Tariq Screwball. Was it? I think I say his name all the time. It's not Tariq, is it?
Yeah.
I heard Timmy say something different. Hey, real quick before you go, man. For all of you that watch the Brewers game, I just want to tell you from a public service announcement of Cream City Curveball, make the switch after the last pitch and get some of that good Tim Allen and whoever he has working with him tonight. It might be Sparky or it might be Aaron. Whoever it is, tune in. Pipe Bomb's going to make a guest appearance very soon again. But yeah, man, what are you thinking for Henderson and Screwball? He's definitely Screwball because he's not a Brewer.
He hasn't done great since he's gone to LA, which is great news. And then he came out and said he wouldn't be against going back to Detroit at some point either. So, good for him. I would love for the Tigers to sit there and take a haul. At the end of the day, the Tigers aren't competing for a World Series this year. So if you can sit there, take Screwball, send him to LA, get a bunch of prospects, um, and then get him back in the off season, that would be great. But that would be a nice slap in the face to those deep ass pockets in LA. But Logie's been great, and he hasn't gotten the results that he's deserved a whole lot of the time. He deserves better. All these starters deserve a lot more run support than what they've got. For years and years and years, there were dudes that sat there, and it would change obviously season to season. But, you know, it would eventually come your time where every time you took the mound, you could count on the Brewers scoring 6 or 7 for you. So you would sit there and walk out there in the top of the first inning at AmFam, and you know that you're it's 6-0, you're winning. Because for whatever reason, every time you take the mound, the offense just lights up and scores you a ton of runs. There hasn't been a dude like that this year. And so that's why every game is a nail biter, 1 run, 2-3, 3-2, 2-1 games, all this kind of stuff. Why no one has any fingernails left and everybody's got gray hair looking ugly like me. The run support just isn't there. They got to put up more runs, but it'll come. It'll come. Hopefully, come playoff time.
Yeah, I hope we get a 4 to 5 spot, maybe a 6 spot tomorrow against Screwball. Run them out the game early. Let's have a great fight back from LA. Excuse me. I think if you could go and you could win 3 or 4 against the Los Angeles Dodgers, I mean, splitting this series, just this series, was good because if you throw in 1 or 2 of those Padres games that we call it what it is, our bullpen is the best bullpen in baseball, we should have won. We're talking about a 4-3 road trip. What we said at a minimum 3-4, what both of us I think agreed in at the absolute bare bones. But 4-3 was I think was really like our level in playing field, and we would have been there. But we didn't.
But
If we're fifth, we'd all be drunk too. So I get it.
oh yeah. But even if the Brewers win on Sunday and take 3 or 4 from LA, it doesn't mean anything because this is not the same Dodger team that we're going to meet in October.
No, for sure, and it doesn't mean anything. But what it does mean for us is we're getting closer to getting that Central Division locked up, and we're getting closer to getting that 1 seed locked up, and or 2 seed, whatever the case may be, a bye. That's all I want is a bye because right now with us being hurt, I want to do it. I think if we're the 1, we can. If we're the 2, it's easier to avoid the Dodgers. No.
No, because the Dodgers will be the 2. So
No,
if
Braves.
well, we'll see how that plays out down the stretch because we've seen Atlanta struggle. The Dodgers have been struggling like crazy here, especially for them these last couple weeks. And so, it all depends on how it goes down the stretch. But whatever, man. You want to sit there and have the most amount of series for somebody else to knock off LA.
Yeah, no,
So
for sure,
no, no.
for sure.
That as long as that happens, if once the Brewers clinch the 1 seed, then I hope the Dodgers are the 2 seed.
Facts. Yeah, man, I'm with you, man. Hopefully we can do that, man, and get the Dodgers up out of here. But even if we don't have to, hopefully we can step on them and knock them out too. And you said they're struggling. Yeah, it is crazy. They're struggling with their damn MLB the Show lineup they have and their MLB the Show pitching staff. Good to see Edwin Diaz suck terribly because I thought we really let him off the hook last night. Look, Joey O's not going to hit every ball. He took a grade A effort at it. I wish it would have been a little bit higher and got through. I think we owe Diaz one, but the approach has to change a little bit. But we're also this is a makeshift lineup right now, man. What is your take right now? Abner Uribe, King Booyah, is out right now. I can't believe I said Booyah. Shout out to Stuart Scott, man. Rest in peace. I don't know where that came from, but we'll roll with it.
That's all
So
good. Nothing wrong with that.
Abner retroactively to August 11th, which means his return cannot be until August 26th, which sounds like it's a long time away, but that's like next week. It's crazy. Abner Uribe is out on the DL, man. We're losing our great setup, man. Aaron Ashby did a great job tonight filling in. He did 2 innings. I imagine Chad Patrick will do 2 tomorrow, and we'll kind of do some makeshift stuff. My boy, Grant Anderson recalled from AAA Nashville. The Grant man, what do you call him? Ulysses S. Grant, back in the house. Shout out to Grant, man. Thought he had a good pitching. He had a good pitching inning. I think it was last night. All these games blend together because you keep me up past my bedtime. But go ahead. What do you think about all the DL, the moves, and all that good stuff, Pipe?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Do I think that Uribe is anything serious? No. I hope this is one of those trips down there, which I don't think it is. There's got to be something because when you're doing 17 in a row, that's not the right time to sit there and stash somebody for rest on the IL. So I definitely think there's something there. Hopefully, it's very minor. Hopefully, wherever he's at uh, on the IL, he's still sitting there and keeping his dice throwing going good for him. Hopefully he don't crap out and he's back here ASAP to help the beloved on this run. But I don't think with him it's anything serious. we'll see. Turang is the interesting one because he's the one who sat there and wants a second opinion on an MRI that came back good. You know what I mean? Like the only time you usually hear a second opinion is when it's like a catastrophic injury, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Justin, man, you really blew out your ACL, MCL, and FBCL. If you know, you know." And then you go to get a second opinion because you don't want to believe that you tore your fat bitch CL, right? Turang, it came back okay, and he's going to get a second opinion on something that's good. That's just weird to me. So I don't know what the hell that is. You see, like the videos of him, like on the field and stuff pregame. He's walking kind of gingerly and stuff. So we'll see. But hopefully everything's all right, man, because he's been just phenomenal.
I try to breathe, bro. FBCL is crazy. Yeah, he was on the field running through tackling dummies like Jordan Love and those guys today. So hopefully Terang will be back. I think you saw him tremendously miss today when Orleans, is that his name? Orleans?
Something like that.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be here much longer. Who cares? I said what I said. I don't care.
No, no, just like the Bebe kid, he's gone already.
Hey, baby, get out of here. Yeah, man, that dude was terrible. Orleans, whatever his name is again, booting the ball. And Ashby showed great composure to finish it up. But I thought that's one of the times where you significantly miss Bryce Turang. And look, man, I said it when I called Timmy. I'm sure you're not going to agree with me on this. Matter of fact, I know you're not going to agree with me. I'm going to say it anyway here. Eddie's Leonard never got the shot for the Milwaukee Brewers. He was DFA'd from the San Francisco Giants. Bring him back home for some home cooking. Put him in there. He's better than these two dudes that we have. I know he can field a ground ball. And you know what? If he can't do it, Freddie Zamora definitely could. These guys, like, you can't be bad in the field and bad with the bat. The dude, hey, Bay, was bunting the ball with his hand around the bat and getting hit in the finger. They taught me that in T-ball. We didn't button T-ball, but it sounds funny. They taught me that in T-ball. Don't put your hand around the bat. Like, what are we doing here? We got these bums. They're bums. And then you got Freddie Zamora sitting down there who's played a good, solid infield for us since he was, shocker, Carolina Mudcat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It doesn't matter. At least they're sitting there and they're doing what they can to try to get through this period of time, and still be competitive. G Money Bebe kid. He got down a good bunt at least once, and so whatever. He made a lot of mistakes, but now he's been DFA. They pick up this other dude from the A's for cash. Let's just hope he's a hell of a lot better than Kunal, who we got the same route, and he was absolutely terrible in that bullpen. Never want to hear that dude's name ever again. So, hopefully, hopefully this guy can fill the gap until Big Bryce comes back. But we'll see. At least they're sitting there and they're not just giving up. I know you love every one of them minor leaguers and all that, and that's cool. But there's a reason why you ain't heard of three-quarters of those dudes because they're not him. They're not that guy. And if we had quote unquote that guy, then I'm sure they would have brought him up. So that just to me tells me that we don't.
That might also be why I'm looking at $300 stadium replica things online for the Wilson Award. But the brother's name is Jonathan Ornelas, is the correct pronunciation. Just so you don't think that we're a bunch of dumb, whatever bad adjective you want to insert there. Let's keep it right here with this rehab stuff. Talked about Turang, talked about missing him. What are you making of Sal Frelick's rehab? Seems like it's going somewhat well in Nashville right now. He is um, taking the field, I believe, tonight. I'm looking it up right now as we speak, so sorry about that.
Yeah, he is.
But he did hit a home run. Seems like he's been hitting the ball well, so that would be a much needed bat. Can Sal play third base is a question, right? Can you put him on the infield somewhere? Who knows? But what do you think? Are you ready for Sal? What do you think it's going to mean when he comes back? For one, I think just his presence is a present in itself, and I think we're gonna really have that takeoff that we had in August of 2025.
I hope you're right. I'm on the fence, because I want to give Lockridge at least another week to 10 days. Because when he went down with the injury from sliding into the wall earlier this season, he was awesome. And, I did not expect him to be awesome. And I can't believe I'm saying that he was that good, but he was. And then he goes out with injury. Now he comes back and he's struggling. So, you know, you Sal is comfortable because we know the defense we that he brings, the bulldog mentality that he brings, and all that. But we've also seen him on the struggle bus for pretty much the whole year so far. And so, if is he hitting good down in his rehab stint? Yeah, and great. But there's a big difference between AAA and the show. Ask Keston Hira. And so, you know, uh, either way it works out. Whether Lockbridge plays good enough where all of a sudden we forget about Sal and he kind of gets, becomes a forgotten man or whatever. I'm fine with that as long as he can deliver. If he doesn't, then get Sal up here ASAP and let's get back rolling. But I don't care who it is, man. We've got too many dudes struggling. Whoever can hit is who I want to see.
I'm with it, man. I just so Lockridge may have blocked Laura for coming up too. I know we gave a lot of creed to Blake Perkins or whatnot, but I think that Lockridge may have been part of that reason why Laura couldn't have came up. Now with Sal coming back, it's either Laura or it's Lockridge that has to go down. Unfortunately, right? I can't think because you can't put an infielder down, and I don't think Lockridge can play infield. Correct?
I don't think so.
It's tough, man. But I just think that Sal is just such a clubhouse guy, and we just need him. I think that he's going to really help us. Like I said, take off, man. I think this August win streak, whatever it may be, we just want to separate ourselves. And then once we expand rosters, Lockridge could come up. Lockridge is great at running bases, like David Hamilton is, and stuff like that. So get a couple of those guys on your bench, one for the outfield, one for the infield. I think that is a necessity for a long, like Freeway. You say you ever seen Freeway? The
Uh,
fan? Oh my goodness, we gotta get Freeway on the show, man. Freeway is a Milwaukee legend. He would be dancing shirt off at the Brewers games when I was like 9 years old, man. Uh, Big avid Marquette fan, avid Bucks fan, Packers fan too. Name is Roosevelt McCarter, I believe.
oh, I know him. Yeah,
And
he's
he'd
now a
always
public official.
is he?
Yeah, he's an elected. I think he's an alderman.
Yeah, we got to get Roosevelt on, man, aka Freeway, man. Long, real bad, all that stuff, man. Those catchphrases. We got to get him on Cream City Curveball, man. That's a guy that we'd love to see. So, Roosevelt, if you're watching, if you're subscribing, which we hope that you are, hopefully you will come soon, man. But let's get to what we're going to rank and let's get out of here and listen to Tim Allen, man. So, we said top 3 movies of all time. Comments, everybody's about to chop me up. I'm about to be sushi on this one. I was looking for my pink hat to put on so you could really chop me up, but I can't find it. So my top 3 movies of all time, no particular order. Again, before all of you kill me, I'm not a movie guy. I don't watch movies. So again, no particular order. Major League's on it for me. I just feel like that's one of my favorite of all time.
Wow.
Friday, the original Friday, with Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. And then, man, when I was a little kid, man, the movie that I liked the best, and I think he was the best Joker of all time, was Jack Nicholson with the original Batman. That was a classic for me. Uh, I just, yeah, go ahead, kill me. I know.
That's all good. Major League was okay for a love story movie. Friday's a good one, and Batman, the original one. That's I think one of I want to say two or three of those superhero movies that I've ever seen. So at least I've seen it.
Nice.
Um, for me, movie wise, top three, of all time. The Godfather one. A
Oh, I
lot of
forgot about those. Go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
a lot of people say Godfather 2 is better than 1. Give me 1 over 2. Um, so yeah, that's up there. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Absolutely love that movie.
Never seen
Uh,
it.
yeah, it's great, man. It is great. It falls in the. My wife says I like long, slow, boring movies, and it probably fits all that, and I absolutely love it. And then a dark horse for me, 13 Days. Kevin Costner in that one about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Another long, slow, boring, absolutely awesome freaking movie. So yeah, those would be my three.
If I had to take one of them out, because I'm thinking now that you said stuff, I mean, because I like the Godfather movies. I did like Scarface. You know, typical movies that gangster movies, original gangster movie. But one that was really dope for me, if I had to replace Major League, was a movie called Posse.
That was
Posse
good.
was about the old black cowboys and whatnot, and it was super dope. Had a lot of the '80s rappers in there. Kumo D was in there. Tone Loc was in there, and that was just a cool joint for me. That was see like this is the thing, man. Pipe like I didn't grow up with like the lavish lifestyle. We went to movies, but we didn't go to a whole bunch. Like we've seen all your normal stuffs, your Batmans, Spider Mans, all that yada yada yada. But mom's had the black box. You know what I mean? So channel 32. Oh wait, hold on. 31, 34, and 35. I ain't watched 32 and 33. We were supposed to watch those ones for sure. But I probably saw Posse 100 times, bro. It was an epic movie. So speaking of movies, man, since we got you right there, I know I was talking to my oldest, and she was like, "Yeah, man, I'm getting ready to go see Spider Man." And she was going to watch it in 4D, and I was asking her, last movie I went to go see was Top Gun. Is that the one with
The
Tom Cruise? You
Yeah,
talking about?
the one that just came out a couple years ago, right? Not the original one back in the 80s.
I saw both, but the one that came out in original,
Yeah.
the new joint, and we went to the 3D, 4D, whatever you call it. But she was telling me she was going to see this thing in 4D pipe. It's $75 for her for two of them to go. $75 for a movie?
Yeah, when you do that whole thing like where the seats move and all that kind of crap. My sister went and saw she just recently went and saw a movie there, and she's had to walk out. She's like, "Oh yeah, I couldn't handle it. The seat was violently shaking you and all this kind of stuff." So she walked out. Yeah, that's just crazy to me, man. I complain over the $15 that it is now. To go see a normal freaking movie. So there ain't no way in hell I'm paying for that. I don't need my seat to move. I don't need smoke coming out the side of the theater like if there's a foggy scene or any of that crap. Just show the damn movie. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, and you need all that extra stuff, then it sucks.
Yeah, with the Tom Cruise movie, man, they squirted water in my face. Pause. I was like, man, what the? Like, what am I doing here? I wear glasses, so I'm like, damn, now I gotta go clean my glasses because I can't see the rest of the movie. Nigga's stupid, man. I'd rather go spend my $75 to watch a Carolina Hurricane preseason game in Greensboro, North Carolina against whoever they're gonna play. Go watch a Warbirds game or something like that. But when you're the only guy in the house, you got $3, a son and a grandson. You gotta go watch the bullshit too, man. And that's what I gotta do, man. But yeah, man. What else you got tonight before we get out of here and go hear the living legend Tim Allen?
Not much, man. It was kind of nice that the this game here on Saturday. It's what 9 o'clock and it's over already. So this ain't a 1 in the morning kind of evening, which is good. But yeah, I'm not doing nothing. I'll probably find a movie or something to watch. See, I'm one of them dudes, man. I watch the same movie over and over and over again. And so like the original Jaws, I've seen at least literally at least 250 times.
That's
You
top
know,
one on your list. Jaws, the original.
Yeah, I've probably seen that more than any other movie. But yeah, I love it. But yeah, it. I'll probably just find a movie or something to watch. My wife had me start some show about some woman killer, but it's still early enough where there's kids moving around and it's not really appropriate, and so I can't watch that yet. But I forgot what it's called even. But it's had a decent start, some series, and we watched the first one, and it was decent.
Well, one thing that since you mentioned about shows before we get out of here, and this is my last thing. We got the golf show, the whatever it's called on Netflix. You now have a
Full
basketball one start
swing.
full swing, starting five for basketball, quarterback receiver for Netflix, and then you got the what is it, F-150? Not F-150, F1 racing. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's like I forgot what that's called. NASCAR's got one too. I think that's called Full Throttle.
We need a baseball one.
Yeah, the problem with baseball is that it really is very regional. If there's nothing on TV tonight, and I look through all the HBOs and Showtimes and everything like that, and I can't find nothing, yeah, I'll watch Rockies against the Giants, um, but I'm not paying attention to it. It's just kind of background noise. You don't really get into it. Where the NFL doesn't have that problem. You watch the Packers at noon, and then if it's Little Sisters of the Poor against Southern Western State, is the late NFL game, you're going to watch that too. And you're going to pretty much kind of mostly pay attention to it. So baseball's got to figure out a way to get people to sit there and pay better attention to the games that are outside of their area. They haven't done that yet, and can I, like I said, I'm guilty as charged.
Yeah, I watch it. I watch them all, but it's a little different for me with Mark with Mark playing for the Rangers. So I think we got Rangers at Oakland, and I watch a lot of his friends. And what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to. We're gonna get off here. We're gonna go listen to Timmy. I'm gonna rewind it back and listen from the beginning. I'm gonna watch Cowboys Seahawks preseason football. I'm gonna cut one of my other TVs on the Rangers and the Athletics. And yeah, man, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go chase that beautiful white thing around that golf ball. And man, we gonna have a hell of a Sunday, man. We gonna get right back to these people. We'll be back a little bit sooner, man. We had some stuff come up, man. Work has been working, life's been lifing, but me and Pipe, we're right here with you through the ups, the downs, the valleys, the peaks, the mountains. Cream City Curveball has your back.
Damn straight, man. Yeah, like you said, it won't be that long between shows again, but yeah, sometimes life gets in the way, and it's unfortunate, but you keep pushing.
And that's the beautiful thing about us not having a schedule, my brother. We come when we can come. No pause. But yeah, man, we really appreciate y'all. That's the FBCL. I'm probably about to be fired. I'm crying real tears. Anyways, we appreciate you listening. I'm gonna try to get it together. We gonna go to church tomorrow. We might skip the golf, man. I'm in trouble, man. I'm drooling and shit. Oh my gosh. Hey, regardless of where you listen to us, man, before the game, after the game, hey, we just appreciate bringing you our thoughts, man. We appreciate you listening to it, man. This is our Cream City Curveball, man. It's a Cream City Media Group production. Like our homie the Guru says on the basketball joint, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to me and Pipe Bob, to the Brewers. If you like the Brewers, subscribe. If you hate Dave Roberts, subscribe. If you like Matt LaFleur's barber, subscribe for that. Just a little wild card for you, man. Anyways, I'm your man Justin down here in North Carolina.
Pipe bomb here in the good land.
Go Brewers.